All right, people, what the hell is going on? I'm bumping into shit already. I ain't got off the porch yet. It's a little loud out here, but I'm getting ready to take me a short little walk up the street. I'll probably just walk to the gas station and back because it ain't shit else for me to do at this moment. But I need to get out the house. I've been indoors for a while, and I don't really like walking around here all that much because it's dogs, man. There's always some dogs around here for some reason lately where I can't walk without dogs running out on me, so I just, for the most part, just stop fucking walking around here. But anyway, just get some blood flowing, get out the house, and just chat for a little bit. Do a little update video. And like I said, man, my knee just started fucking hurting. Get the fuck out of here. Whatever. Man, I tell you, boy, getting older and just fucking sucks, man. Shit. I'm fine walking around the house. I walk out the house and walk 2 feet up the goddamn street, and all of a sudden my knee like, hey, motherfucker. Hey, remember me? Ain't nothing been wrong with me, but hey, take this with you. Yeah. Anywho, man, I just been sitting around the house thinking, cause that's all I got to do, just sit around the house and think, ain't shit else going on. You know, the social scene, the whole social life is fucking just whack as fuck right now. It's been like that for many years at this point, and that ain't got shit to do with nothing that, you know, right now. Of course, I got other stuff going on with the property and the house and whatnot, and then just dealing with that. I ain't really stressed out about that at this point, man. Really shit I can do about that. All that stuff is in other people's hands. But you know that saying, everything happens for a reason. That always pops up. Everything happens when it's windy out here, so it might be kind of noisy for y'all. Cause I just walked into a fucking sustained gust. Oh my goodness. Everything happens for a reason. You know, and you gotta take your life lessons as they come. First off, you have to recognize your life lessons as they come. If you don't recognize a lesson when it, you know, presents itself, it ain't shit. It's just some shit that happened. You know, everything happens for a reason, and even if you don't buy that, you can make a reason. Something happens, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to turn whatever into something into your benefit. And stuff is winding up. I had got to a point where, you know, I should be pretty, I ain't gonna say content, but settled. You know what I'm saying? I got to a point where I should be pretty settled. And all I got to do is just wake up in the morning and eat, walk around the house and clean up a little bit and do whatever little leisure activity I got, and then go to bed at night. That at this point in my life, that should be my routine. Shit don't always work out like that. But something is winding up. I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? Something is winding up. And I ain't saying there's some bad shit coming or nothing like that. It's just a change is coming. Can't hardly explain it, you know what I'm saying? I really can't. It's just like, okay, it's time for a different, another chapter to open up. You know what I'm saying? Which at this point, I'm like, that would be fucking welcome at this point, because whatever chapter I've been in for the last 10, 15 years has sucked all the ass. You know what I'm saying? It has sucked all the ass. So if it's a different change coming up from all that shit to some new shit, I'm like, yeah, well shit, bring it the fuck on, man. I don't need no extra shit to come along with it, but you know, everything comes with caveats and shit. Like there's always something. But that's what's been going through my mind. I like some shit, some change is coming. And not necessarily like the on the nose change, like I might have to move and all this other stuff. I'm talking about just mindsets type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Physically, emotionally. Some kind of break point is about to happen. Some kind of break point is about to happen where I'm just like, okay, this is the new shit right here. This is what's going on. And that's the whole point of it. If you go through your whole life static, then that's not living. It's really not. You know, and like I said, you have to learn what, you know, still learning your lessons. Like even me, even going for the last 6 months up until, you know, now, you know, I've been making all kind of mistakes and shit like that. And now I'm like, okay, this is some shit I can't do no more. This is some shit I can't do no more. At this point, I gotta circle my wagons. You know, I gotta circle my wagons, consolidate, and fix myself moving forward. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta, well, I can say you, me, I gotta get to the point where I'm like realizing some of my little mental mistakes, my little mental cues, all my little habits and shit like that. At some point, some of that shit got to get worked on, and I'm like in a process of doing that. It's not easy breaking habits. You know what I'm saying? It really the fuck ain't. You got habits and stuff that you just been used to doing and shit like that. And just, Then sometimes those habits have consequences, you know, larger than, you know, usual. And it's like, Then you have to sit down and reflect. You got to sit down and reflect, see what the fuck is going on, and be like, okay, I can't do this no more. Like, me personally, the biggest thing is just like impulse control or discipline. You know, I'm like, that's what I got to work on. You know what I'm saying? That's like priority number one is discipline. I got to be able to, you know, coming up with plans and shit like that is one thing, but I got to be able to come up with a plan and be able to execute this shit like I'm supposed to. And that's my big deal. Recognizing shit, knowing what to do is not the fucking problem, for the most part. It's actually executing shit. Staying on the path that you're supposed to be on. Don't deviate. Just keep doing what the fuck you're doing. And I gotta find a way to get myself on that and stay there, like permanently. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm doing. Like, that's what I'm working on already. That's what's on my goddamn mind. I gotta work on my discipline, everything, and that goes for everything that I'm doing. You know, my situation at the house, you know, my social life, money, all that shit. A whole lot of problems could be wiped off the table just with better discipline. Not with the plans, not with the shit that I need to be doing, just with the discipline of executing whatever the hell it is I need to do. And patience. I'm patient as hell. Just sometimes I'm not patient with the right shit. You know what I'm saying? I can be patient, but I can get a little bit impatient if it's a carrot dangling in my goddamn face. Now, I don't even know if y'all in my face. You know, I can. I know that's a weakness of mine. You doing just fine, and then there's this little carrot somebody dangling in your face, and you be like, oh man, I can get that right now. Let me see if I can deal with this right here, and that shit can. And if you don't end up getting that little bit of carrot, can just knock you all off of whatever you was trying to do. Try to stay off of that shit. I'm so good at certain shit, but it's like it's all them couple things that'll fuck you up. But you have to be aware of it, man. You have to be, willing to accept your little flaws and faults and all that other shit, and actively work on that shit. And that's what I'm doing right now, because, like I said, some changes are coming, and some changes that I need to make. Like I say, it's a pivot. I'm coming to a pivot point right now, and I don't know exactly where that pivot is going to lean. But I know once it starts leaning, I need to be ready to move. This goddamn wind, boy. I ain't going to complain about the wind. A couple of months from now, you're going to be praying for this wind. Oh, shit, hold up. There we go. Make sure I ain't falling, bust my ass, stepping over there. You see that shit? With the little curb and shit around the bus stop. Now you see the shadow of that shit, but coming from that side, you don't see the shadow. And it all looked like this to me. So I would have been stepped off of that motherfucking curb and fell down and looked like a big dumbass out here. And I would have walked home laughing at myself, because that's pretty much what you're doing. You fucking fall down in public. But what else, man? That's about it. You know what I'm saying? That is about it. At this point, everybody know about my whole house situation, at least most of it. Like I say, all that shit is out of my hands at this point. I'm just, waiting on the process to complete, so I can see which direction that's going to turn, because I have no idea what's going to happen out of that. The only other thing is socially, you know what I'm saying? Not being able to move around and shit is detrimental to your motherfucking social life. Unless you just so happen to meet a motherfucker. Unless you just so happen to run across somebody that's in your fucking neighborhood, close by or some shit. That don't happen all that motherfucking often. It just don't. And, hold on. I'm trying to walk and do this shit without fucking busting my fucking head. Be walking and talking and just fall the fuck over. Alright. But yeah, trying to figure that part of my life out. That shit's been in flux since my motherfucking 20s. I haven't been able to manage that shit just yet. But that's just more to me being a bit of a shut-in at this point. There's some other shit coming into that, because my life attitude and all kind of shit like that has changed quite a bit. Well, I'm not online or anywhere sweet talking women and shit like that. Not that was ever my strong suit, but I'm at that age where I say what it is, and what it is what it is. And what it is ain't generally too goddamn impressive to people. And I'm not gonna apologize for that. You should appreciate that shit. Motherfucker tell you what it is instead of lying to you or fucking embellishing the truth or some shit. I ain't got time for that. But yeah. I see some downtime in my future, because like I said, that whole social thing is not going, you know, I'm not going to find myself in no relationship no time soon, because hell, I ain't met nobody in a couple of years. I really hadn't. I ain't met nobody in a couple of years. I met somebody in 2020. That, you know, there's no interest there. I think I met somebody afterwards. Definitely no interest there. So, and it's fucking 2023 now. I said I was gonna kind of lighten up on shit. You know, kind of lighten up my restrictions on meeting people and shit like that. You know, like I said, that's all to come. Because it's one of them things that that's something you're gonna be doing regardless. I don't know how it is with a lot of other folks. I can't sit and not pursue that shit. You know what I'm saying? As a dude, you know, women be like, I just, you know, I'm chilling. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. And blah 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 blah. As a man, it is not in my nature. If I ain't already established in some shit, it's not in me to sit and just not be in some shit and try to at least passively try to find some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not what I'm designed to do. I gotta at least be trying to throw the hook out or plant some seeds or something. I gotta be doing something. I can't just sit and just be truly idle in that aspect. You know, I'm not one of those folks that be like, God gonna bring me my man, he gonna show up at my door. Unless your man, unless he the fucking mailman, no. Not gonna show up at your door. Unless you looking to try to hook up with the UPS guy or the Uber driver. No, it's probably not gonna happen. And I damn sure ain't waiting on him. Taking it, that's one of that's like the only way I can get a woman to come to my house is if I fucking order some Uber Eats or something. And I get a female delivery driver. That's it. Other than that, ain't nobody bringing their ass by there. But like even that is on, even while that's being done passively, it's still on the back burner. You know what I'm saying? I got other shit I gotta worry about. Just regular life stuff everybody else gotta worry about. Like dealing with money and shit like that. But okay, you know what I'm saying? I still gotta live every goddamn day. So I gotta out here riding wheelies on the goddamn. Oh man, it's so goddamn noisy over here. Motherfuckers made me forget what the fuck I was talking about. With all this unnecessary ass noise. Goddamn stick sliding out. But anyway. Oh yeah, I think I was talking about money. Yeah. And that's another thing. I got a circle of wagons on that shit. I said, okay, I got to circle up on the wagons. Circle up the wagons. And go into a defensive mode when it comes to the money and shit. Because I'm like, shit, the way the economy and shit is today, you know, with inflation and all kind of other shit that's happening, and I got a circle of wagons. You got to be more responsible what you do with your money. I can't be wasting my money, you know, farting around the city, with Uber rides and shit like that. That's why I don't go to the fucking gym. Fucking $30 goddamn dollars, you know, for a round trip just to go to the damn gym. My gym membership ain't number $10 a month. So, yeah, a lot of shit get cut out. I just downgraded my Hulu subscription, Hulu Disney Plus, but that was supposed to get done anyway because I had the live TV on there. So I finally downgraded that shit back to the regular $20 a month because I can't do ads with that shit. And because it was at like 75, to cut that shit out. Hopefully by the time football season come around, I'll be able to watch like the Texans or some shit like on a regular ass TV. Hopefully over there, you know, that's what I hope. I don't have to pay fucking $75 a month to watch the Texans get their ass whipped every goddamn week. That food, it smell like something's burned over here. You know, food. You know, I gotta start back cooking. You know, which is, you know, something I need to do anyway, because right along with the cooking, I gotta, you know, I got my health I need to start focusing on. So I gotta cook so I can have healthier meals at the house. I gotta cook so I can have cheaper meals at the house. And also I gotta cook because to stay away from fast food, fried food, all the shit that I ain't supposed to be eating any goddamn way. You know, I gotta, like I say, I know the plan. The plan is executing that shit. And the thing about it is, you gotta stick with it. Everything that I need to do is gonna be taking place, well, it needs to take place over a several year time span. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing I need to do. There's some shit that I need to do right now, and that's gonna be done next week or next month. None of it. All over this shit that, okay, this is some shit I need to work right here. This is some shit I need to work right here. All this shit has to be worked in tandem, and all of it has to be continuously worked on consistently over the course of the next several years. You know, so it's some shit that I gotta ingrain in my brain. You know, like I say, start some new habits and all this other shit. Like, you know, some shit you gotta do. Like I say, it's what I feel that's coming up. It's either a change coming or it's a change that I need to make. Either way, it don't matter. But it's some shit that needs to happen in the near future. And I don't know. I can't, you know, I'm not over here even talking doom and gloom. I'm just talking about like some necessary life shit. What the hell? I only have one key on this damn key ring. It's weird. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm just that's what I'm working with right now. Like I say, I ain't really worried about too much. Oh, excuse me, dropped my keys. I just got up to the house. Hold on. Whew. That walk didn't feel like I did shit, but it was better than the walk I did yesterday, which was not a walk at all. In the house and continue my sitting on my ass while I watch this damn story I'm watching. And the good thing is, like, I made that walk. This walk I just made. I didn't stop at the gas station, which I walked right through the gas station. I didn't stop and I didn't stop going there and buy no unnecessary ass snacks and no shit like that. I kept walking right by that motherfucker. Because usually I'll go by and buy coconut water or a coconut water and a bag of chips or something to like snack on while I'm walking. I didn't do that. I walked past the store. That was a thing I said I was gonna start doing a while back, and I've managed to do that at least the last couple of times. I've walked. I think the last time I just bought like a coconut water. I don't know if I bought no junk food or not. I could have, but I know not the last time. The last time I walked right by the gas station and didn't stop. And like stuff like that, just the small stuff. You got to work on that shit and stay consistent with it. Now, at some point, I don't know. It's fucking Sunday. I don't know what the fuck I gotta do really. today. Ain't nothing on it. Oh, I was supposed to put some clothes in the washing machine and start the work. Matter of fact, I was supposed to have done that before I left the house, which is kind of a bad thing because the shit I got on need to go in the washing machine. So it's probably a good thing that I didn't do that. Yeah, because now this shit is kind of moist because I've been walking. Put this shit in the washing machine and started to wash it. Stay consistent. Keep a routine of stuff to do, and then that'll keep you from being sitting around this bitch bored. And I actually broke down and cried a little bit because, you know, I sit in this house by myself all the goddamn time. You know, if I'm talking, sometimes I'll be on the phone with some people or some shit like that, but most of the times I'm just here in the house by myself. If I'm talking, it's either to the cat or I'm reacting to some shit on the screen. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit there. There's very little social interaction. You know what I'm saying? Very little. I did run across somebody online and they talk on the phone quite a bit. So they seem to be in one of those situations where they always at home and they talking. That's fine with me. You know what I'm saying? Hop on the phone and they do all the fucking talking. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm like, I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? You hop on the phone, you blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden eventually the motherfuckers gonna run out of stories to tell because I ain't really got too many goddamn stories to tell. But you know, that was welcome. You know what I'm saying? You know, have some kind of social interaction and shit other than talking to the fucking cats. Even though my cats do talk back, I don't know what the fuck they be saying. You know, my cats do say shit to me. You know, but I don't know what the fuck they saying. I'm not a cat whisperer. I know what they be like. The mama cat, you know, she come over. She started that loud meowing and shit. You know, she want either two things. It's either food need to go in the bowl, or she want to go outside. Every once in a while, she'll come up here and want to be petted or some shit. I don't know, but you know, kind of tell. She's been around here about 3 years or so. So you know how it is. Or when the cat just be walking by and you say something to the cat and they literally go, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of funny. You know, the cat just be walking by doing what it's doing. You say something to the cat and they acknowledge you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck they saying, but you know, when you say something to a cat and they acknowledge you back with a verbal response, is, you know, I take it where I can get it. I take it where I can get it. But like I say, I'm hoping to change all of that pretty soon. To have some kind of mutual, meaningful I want to call it. I use the word relationship with, you know, that's the right word for it, but you know, the relationship is kind of broad. Because people usually stick one definition of that on there. Relationship covers a lot of different types of relationships. But just to have that, some consistency and shit like that, which it just don't exist. Motherfuckers, I get talked to when folks feel like talking. When I need to talk, shit is usually kind of short. You know what I'm saying? Which don't happen all that often. It wasn't a couple of days ago where I actually call people, which I rarely do, just so I can kind of talk and get my mind off shit. And both of those conversations ended right in the middle of me talking. So, like I say, that's another thing that got to change in the near future, where I'm just like, I need better. I ain't gonna say better people, but I need more people around here that fit my specific needs. You know what I'm saying? Just to be frank about it, I need more people, or a really good person that fits my specific need. Because currently that shit ain't nowhere in the radar. Not to just shit on the friends I got now. It is what it is. You know, sit up in this house all day, don't nobody hardly speak or don't nobody just come by and shit like that. And I remember all the times when I was driving around where I would just stop by people's place, or if I know I'm gonna be passing by, ask them if they need something while I'm out. I go stop by a store and drop off whatever and go about my business. I don't get a whole lot of that. I probably could, but I'm also aware that everybody ain't over here. You know what I'm saying? The people that I probably could get that kind of stuff from ain't nowhere near me. You know what I'm saying? They are, I'm right, kind of city center, in Fifth Ward, but everybody else is like out there. So you can't even expect that kind of stuff. So I'm also, while I'm talking about this shit, I'm also aware that some people are just out of fucking reach. And if that wasn't the case, then shit'll be totally different. But it is what it is. But I'm for to sit here, finish watching this story on fucking this Let's Play I'm watching on YouTube, and sit through this goddamn Sunday. I made a soup yesterday. The canned goods, a box of vegetable broth, a couple of cans of mushroom soup, and 3 cans of mixed vegetables, and a couple of chopped up sausages. I made a soup. That shit was good. The sausage I chopped up in it was like a good quality sausage too. It wasn't no doo-doo ass, cheap ass sausage. It was country boy, so it was a good sausage. I chopped that shit up, put it in there, and then you got to put some little seasoning or whatnot, little seasoning in there. And I had a little bit of it because I had some beef stew yesterday too, and then later on that evening I had the soup that I put. I went and bought beef stew after I put my soup on. That's one of those discipline things that I was talking about I got to work on. I went in the kitchen, put in the effort to actually cook. And right when I got that shit ready to sit and do its own goddamn thing, I was on Uber Eats ordering food. Like I say, it's a work in progress, man. It's a work in progress. But yeah, I got that soup. That soup is supposed to last me at least the rest of this day. At least. And then somewhere into tomorrow. And then I got some other stuff in there to make another soup. Is this another vegetable soup, or I'm gonna do I don't know. I got some more sausage I'm gonna chop up and put in there, and instead of using the mushroom soup, I do it different. I use the tomato stuff, because I got one more thing of vegetable broth in there. I'll use the tomato. I got some diced tomatoes and I got some tomato sauce. I'll use that in the soup itself, which is actually pretty goddamn good. Have a tomato-based soup. Oh man, with some vegetables and a little meat in there too. Woo! I'm kind of looking forward to it, and I only had one bowl of the soup I had in there. I was like, shit. But I'm cleaning out my pantry, all the canned goods and shit that's in there. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm using that, and then I can kind of clear out my pantry so I can start putting new shit in there, because I'm starting to get those rings and shit. Those dark rings. I threw away a whole bunch of cans of shit, especially the fruit. I threw away a bunch of that shit, and I got some canned chili in there and some other shit. I need some rice. I think about it. I need to buy some more rice. But that's all on the shopping list for the beginning of the month, to where I can figure out, what I need to spend to fill my pantry back up, to where I can go the rest of the month where I might only have to make one more, a couple of weeks from now I might have to make another grocery run, and then I'll be good until the end of the month. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to keep shit responsible, so I'm not bleeding money out, bleeding money over here, which I've been doing for quite a bit. and I need to put a lid on that shit, like right the fuck now. So that's it for now. I will catch y'all on the flip side. I said on the flip side, damn it.